have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
Welcome to Picks and Parlays here on the Sports Byline Broadcast Network. Picks and Parlays, the show the bookies absolutely love to hate. I'm your host, Nick Geber, in for Chelsea Messenger. You can find me, well, I'm on Twitter, at Nick Geber. That's the only place you should find me. Don't come here, okay? Well, no, unless you've got loads of money or drink, either one. Well, welcome to the show. I've had a great weekend. I hope your weekend was great too. Loads and tons of sport watching this weekend. I went to a concert as well, but there was World Series. We saw the Washington Nationals engage in what could be the most epic choke fest in history. There was, of course, NBA, college football, NFL, and the Rugby World Cup, 2 semifinals, England, New Zealand, and South Africa, Wales. We will have a final of England, South Africa. I know you guys are all super excited about that, I bet. And of course, the Premier League. If you listen to my picks on Thursday and you put money on them, well, you need to send me pictures of your new McMansion, okay? Because I killed it with my Premier League picks. And if you want more Premier League picks, I give them to you every Thursday right here on Picks and Parlays. And of course, every Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time right here on the Sports Byline Network and also on SiriusXM 211 Dan Patrick Sports. So that's my personal plug for the day. You can find me, as I said, on Twitter. You can find us on Twitter. Search Picks and Parlays. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Where else are we? Oh, we're on the web, of course, picksandparlays.net. And if you should stumble on picksandparlays.net, you will just immerse yourself in all these wonderful free picks we have from our expert handicappers. Seriously, we are the show the bookies love to hate, and the reason for that is our handicappers are nothing but superb. Well, we've got a massive show for you today. We're going to start with some college football and NFL opening lines. Let's take a look, see where they are this Monday. Then we'll be joined by Sean Higgs, the man, the myth, the legend, for some more college football. We're going to cover West Virginia at Baylor, Michigan at Maryland, and Georgia at Florida. And then, I know you've been waiting for it, El Tigre himself, Tony Tellez, joins us right here on the show for some NBA action. We'll cover the Hornets at Clippers, the Warriors at Pelicans, and the Grizzlies at the Lakers. That's what's on the table today. If you want to participate in the show, just get onto any one of these streams, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You can talk to us. We'll endeavor to put it up on the screen and even answer your questions. Up next, as I said, we're going to do our NFL and college football opening line report. So stick with us here. We'll be right back after this.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call. Because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first-class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
Message and data rates may apply. Please do not text and drive. See purple.com for terms and conditions.
And now for an important announcement. Do you, or does someone you know, sweat the bed? Do you ever wake up feeling like you've been sleeping on a slip and slide? Sweating the bed is a serious but a common problem that affects your sleep, health, and happiness. Plus, it's just plain gross. But it's not you. It's your mattress. Fortunately, there is a cure. It's called Purple. Purple is the only mattress with a scientifically engineered smart comfort grid. This patented technology is designed to let air flow freely so you sleep cool. Side effects of sleeping on purple include sleeping better, feeling better, and, well, honestly, smelling better. Try the Purple mattress risk-free for 100 nights and never sweat the bed again. And for a limited time, pick a free Purple product with your mattress purchase by texting SLEEPY to 84888. The coolest sleep of your life and a free Purple product by texting SLEEPY to 84888. That's SLEEPY to 84888.
Are you an active stock market investor? Well, then you know these three key words: buy, sell, hold. Those three magic words can make or lose you money in the stock market. What if we can show you a time-tested tool that's been helping stock market investors succeed for over 30 years? It's called VectorVest, an amazing system designed to make smart investing easy. The VectorVest system analyzes, sorts, and ranks over 19,000 stocks every day and tells you when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell any stock to maximize your profits in less than 10 minutes a day. And if you call right now, you can test drive our amazing VectorVest system risk-free for 30 days for just $9.95.
800-584-2519. 800-584-2519. 800-584-2519. That's 800-584-2519.
Oh, welcome back to the show, Picks and Parlays. I'm your host, Nick Geber. A little tired, frankly, after the weekend. All that sport. I went to see Joe Bonamassa as well. It's been a very busy weekend here in Las Vegas, because Las Vegas is the entertainment capital of the world and also the capital of lots of other things as well. But enough of that. Let's get to it, shall we? I promised you the college football and NFL opening line reports. In the spirit of the Halloween week, I want to welcome to the show our very own ghoul himself, Count Trappula, Craig Trapp. Craig, lots to get to today. Shall we start with some college football?
Let's start with the NFL. NFL Week 9, of course, big night tonight, though, Nick. Monday Night Football, a real stinker. The Dolphins at the Steelers, and the AFC North trying to go winless this week. If the Steelers would lose as a big favorite tonight, they would actually go 0-3 this week. Of course, my Bengals were one of those losses.
Yeah, your Bengals are pretty pathetic, let's be honest, Craig. But let's get off Monday, shall we? Let's get on to some of the weekend games. Do you want to start with 49ers at Cardinals? This one's showing the Cardinals. By the way, the Cardinals, this is a great statistic. I mean, the Cardinals are 3-4-1. They're playing the 7-0 Niners, but they've won 8 straight versus the 49ers. That's the longest winning streak in NFL divisional history. That's pretty interesting, I think.
Well, this line opened at the Niners by 7. Now it's the Niners -9. Of course, that's pretty deserving for an undefeated, one of the last 2 undefeated teams, and Niners have been really good against the number as well. Cardinals looked good to start that game against New Orleans last week, but then fell apart late. But they are at home this week and getting near double digits here.
All right, let's go to the next one. Vikings 6-2 against the Chiefs, 5-3. Now, I'm actually showing no line about this on this particular game because the up-in-the-air status of one Patrick Mahomes. So I'm sure you have something, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's lines all over the place in this one because it sounds like Mahomes will be out in this one. The line opened, if you looked at these advanced lines, KC -3.5. Of course, with him out now, Minnesota's favored by 3.5. Even see it at 3 in some spots, but this one's going to be all over the place until the official word comes out that I'm guessing Mahomes will be out for 1 more week at least. Vikings been playing very well as well, and I think the Vikings would be a solid play here when I'm just looking at the overall numbers without assuming Mahomes is out this week.
All right, Jets 1-6 against Dolphins 0-6. In their past 11 home games against the AFC East teams, the Dolphins have gone 8-3 straight up, and 7-3-1 against the spread. This one I have at -4.5. How's that changed?
Yeah, the Jets actually opened at 6.5, and it was bet down to 4.5. Kind of surprising.
Wow.
But the Dolphins play tonight on Monday Night Football, so this line probably will move one way or the other, depending on how the Jets play tonight. But interesting because, of course, the Dolphins traded their best running back, Drake, to the Cardinals today. So I think this line could move and probably in the Jets' in the Dolphins' favor, if you're going to bet them. I think the Jets will probably end up going off near that opening line around 6 points.
Drake deciding to focus in more on his music career, I hear.
Yeah, music, yes.
All right, the Bears 3-4 against the Eagles 4-4. The opening line on this I have, and my information is not as fresh as yours, Craig. -4.5. How's this one moved?
Well, the opening line was actually Philly -3, moved pretty quickly to that 4.5. I even see it at some 5s now, so I think this will end up in that 5 category, or in that territory, because of course the Bears' offensive play has been very bad. Trubisky been called out by much of the media, much of the fans in Chicago, but it sounds like they're going to stick with him for at least one more week, and Chase Daniels will be the backup again this week. The Eagles look like they'll get Deshaun Jackson back to practice today or tomorrow, and expect him to play this week. That could be a big help for an offense that needs to stretch the field.
And the Bears are also just 2-5 against the spread this season, tied for the second worst record in the NFL. By the way, on our YouTube channel, Kyle Berry says, why did I take the Texans -6 last night? I don't know, Kyle. Maybe too much to drink. Okay, next one. Lions 3-1 at the Raiders 3-4. Opening line for the Raiders -1.5.
Yeah, this line went from, it actually opened at pick and moved to Oakland -2.5 now. The Raiders are a sneaky good team out there right now. I didn't give them a whole lot of credit last week. They played very well. Lions, one of those teams that have been good against the number, but not good as far as just straight up wins, losses. Interesting game on two teams that are kind of in the middle of the pack when it comes to the NFL.
Right, and the Browns 2-5 at the Broncos 2-6. I have opening line Broncos -1.5. Where is it now?
Cleveland's actually favored by -2. The news came out that it sounds like Joe Flacco will definitely miss this game, and there's a lot of news out there that he might miss the rest of the season with a neck injury. So
it's not a bad case of flatulence.
No. Once again, the Broncos continue to be bit by QB issues, as since they won the Super Bowl, they really haven't been able to find the next signal caller, and John Elway. Hot seat gets hotter, I think, if they lose this week. Cleveland -2 looks like a pretty strong play to me.
All right, and finally, let's do the Cowboys 4-3 at the Giants 2-6. This is the Monday night game for next Monday.
Yes,
I have
Dallas
-7.5
here.
for the Cowboys. Yeah, Cowboys -7.
Yeah, Dallas was opened at 9, bet down to even 7. I see it in some spots, Nick. I think the Giants are getting maybe a little more credit than they deserve. This Dallas team's just been all over the place. I mean, very tough team to predict as far as what kind of performance you get from what I thought was going to be a pretty good defense. Has not been consistent this year, and I think that line's going to stay pretty close to that 7, as I see a lot of action here early on the New York Giants.
And the Giants 2-9-1 against the spread. All right, shall we move along to some college football? And rather than doing an opening lines report, why don't we just talk about UCLA, the greatest college football team in the history of the world? Okay, we'll do the opening line report, just because I know that's what everybody out there wants to hear. BYU at Utah State. I have Utah State -6.5, and it's shifted quite a bit on it, Craig.
Yeah, Utah State all the way down to 3.5 here. These two teams don't really like each other. Of course, in-state rivals here. I think this will be a pretty good game. Both of these teams are better than most people probably would know, because they just don't make it on TV a whole lot. I think this one's going to be a really good game. All
right, Oregon at the University of Spoiled Children. Oregon a -7. That's where it opened. And how has it moved?
Yeah, Oregon's only favored by 5 now. Remember last time USC faced a ranked team like this, it was Utah on, I believe it was a Thursday or Friday night earlier in the season. USC pulled the big upset, trying to do the same here. Oregon still trying to keep their hopes alive, or the conference hopes alive, to make the playoff here. Oregon needs a win, and an impressive win on the road here against USC.
All right, Oregon State at Arizona. Arizona opened at -7. I see they're down to -5. Why is that?
Well, Arizona just has not played well lately, and that's really has a lot more to do with it. Oregon State has been a better than team than I thought going into the year. I thought they'd probably be bottom 2, bottom 3 team in the conference. Oregon State's been a little better. Arizona been a pretty big disappointment in recent weeks. So I think that line is justified to move to 5. I think you'll get a lot of action on Oregon State here, probably even a lot of action on money line here, as Oregon State has a lot more momentum than this Arizona team as far as lately.
All right, just a couple of minutes left, Craig, so let's move it along. We've got 4 games left. Ole Miss at Auburn. Auburn is mine. I'll try saying that again. Auburn opened at -16, and I believe that's widened a bit more too.
Yeah, up to 18.5. This Ole Miss team has not been good. Auburn's been really solid this year. I think that's a deserved line movement. I even see this line moving up, maybe even to that 19.5, 20 category.
Really? Okay. UGA versus Florida, the cocktail party. I went to one of those this weekend. It was nice.
Florida or Georgia open at 6.5, down to 4.5 here. Two very good teams. Loser here probably out of all significant playoff action here. A big game in Jacksonville, neutral site. Going to be a fun one to watch.
And then the surprise of the weekend, I think, was TCU, right? They're playing now Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State -5, and that has shortened a bit.
Yeah, Oklahoma State only favored by 3.5 here. I thought both these teams looked good last week. This one should be a pretty good matchup in Big 12 action.
And finally, Miami against Florida State. Florida State -6.5. That also narrowing.
Yeah, these two teams, I think might be in an advanced line. It's all the way down to Florida State at -4.5. Two teams that historically, the winner of this would go on to very significant bowl games or playoff action in most years. Not the case. Both these teams having down years, but these teams don't like each other. No love lost here. I think Miami maybe pulls an upset here.
All right, well, there you have it. There's our opening line report. Thank you, Craig. We'll speak to you a lot this week, I know. Coming up next, we're going to do some more college football with Sean Higgs. Stay with us here on Picks and Parlays. Don't go anywhere. By the way, find us on the web, picksandparlays.net. Loads of free picks from our expert handicappers. Help yourself and beat the bookie. We'll be right back after this.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the tax helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. That's 800-932-1749.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But The Secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables, not your credit, and 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
Welcome back to Picks and Parlays. I'm your host, Nick Geber. Find me on Twitter. Guess it. Okay, it's at Nick Geber. We put it up on the screen. And by the way, if you're listening on the Sports Byline Broadcast Network or the American Forces Network, and I would be remiss if I didn't welcome our men and women in uniform around the world listening to the show on the American Forces Network to the show, that's how you can find me on Twitter, at Nick Geber. All right, time to get to some more college football. Joining us this Halloween week in his Halloween costume himself, Sean Higgs. Are you ready to go, Sean?
I'm going to say I'll be Deshaun Watson this week for Halloween.
You'll be Deshaun Watson. Okay. That's good. You might have to do a little bit more in the makeup, but then I believe that's probably going to get you into big
Justin
trouble.
Trudeau? Get away with that?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Shall we start with West Virginia versus Baylor? Baylor, 14th ranked Baylor, that is. West Virginia 3-4. They're coming off a bye week. They lost 52-14 to Oklahoma. They were outscored 24-0 in the second half. That's not good because they'd actually closed the gap and looked like they were kind of in it, and then it was a massive choke. So they had a bye week to really think about it. And Baylor, on the other hand, they're perfect, 7-0. They beat Oklahoma State, also off a bye week, by the way. So it was 2 weeks ago, and that was a bit of a tonking, 45-27. Baylor minus 19. The total's 56. Baylor 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 in the Big 12. How do you see this one, Deshaun?
Yeah, I got undefeated Baylor. Who saw that one coming here?
Really.
7-0, both teams off bye weeks. Listen, I'm actually seeing a 17.5, so I think this line's come down a little bit. That's interesting, but it makes sense to me because Baylor, I just don't think they should be installed close to a 20-point favorite. I mean, listen, you got triple revenge. West Virginia's won the last 3 in a series, 58-14 last year, but that whole team's gone. Not only is the quarterback gone, the wide receiver's gone, running back's gone, offensive line, the head coach is gone. So it's a total differently team here. And listen, West Virginia, 52-14 against Oklahoma, 38-14 Iowa State, 38-7 Missouri. So when they step up a competition, they're just not ready. They're in a rebuild. But I just can't trust Baylor. Basically you're talking 18 points, so you got to win by really 3 touchdowns. I don't know. Home team 5-1 on a run here against the spread in the series. I kind of like the over. 56, 57. I'm thinking it's going to be like Baylor will get their points. They'll get 36, 37, but I think West Virginia is going to put up their 20 here because the Baylor team, listen, they've 1 week I had them. They were 11-point faves, and the money was all on the other side, and they couldn't cover. Then they come back, win on order. They're like a Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Jackass type team. So you never know what you're going to get. If I'm going to get 18 points in West Virginia.
Well, which one's Dr. Jackass and which one's Dr. Jekyll?
Well, Dr. Jekyll's when I'm winning, and Jackass is what I am for betting on when they don't cover. So.
All right. Well, I guess that's an honest. At least that's an honest self-examination, Deshaun. I like that.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's going to be probably like a 37-24 type game. So I think they're going to stay within a number, but I think it's going to be high scoring. So, well, I like the over here. We'll go 56, 57 over, and I'll lean with the points on West Virginia.
All right, let's move along, shall we? Michigan at Maryland. Michigan 6-2. They're 4-4 against the spread. They're coming off a 45-14 win against Notre Dame, which is a bit surprising. Maryland 3-5, 4-4 against the spread, coming off a 52-10 rout by Minnesota. Michigan 4-1 against the spread the last 5 games, 16-4 straight up the last 20. And Maryland 2-4 against the spread the last 6, and they're 1-5 straight up in the last 6. I didn't get the total on this one.
I'm seeing a 56 right now.
56.
But,
seems maybe low. The last 2 games. They both. The last 2 games, these teams lost by a combined total of 97 points. So that may be.
It seems a little low, but Maryland. Let's be honest. 79-0 over Howard, 63-20 over Syracuse, and then the wheels come off. 40-14 Purdue, 52-10, 59-0 getting blown out. So when they step up the competition, they're really not doing much. I remember beginning here, it was like, oh my God, Maryland, and then it was like time to take Temple to beat them up. But sure enough, Temple wins that game. The last 3 times they played Michigan, 42-21, 35-10, 59-3. So Michigan's going to take care of business. Their problem is hitting the road versus really good teams. They took care of Notre Dame at home. Their problem is going on the road. Against a team like this, 18.5, I'd like 20. This line opened 16.5. It's been bet up. I'd go all the way up to 20 just because I think Michigan, listen, they got the big win, off their shoulder. Like Harbaugh was definitely probably feeling the heat the way things have been going because he's had them against the big wins. But they'll roll this team. This is going to be like a 45-7 type game. Maryland's not going to be able to be in this one at all. So
but
I'll lay a big number on Michigan.
Well, if you think about it, Michigan scored, 45 against Notre Dame, and Maryland gave up 52 to Minnesota. So, right there, you've got, you've got a massive scoreline either way, right?
Well, yeah. Well, you just look at the teams they played. Okay, you beat Rutgers. What does that say? That's not really that impressive. Rutgers probably should be a lower conference team, if not even drop down a level. Against the good teams, they're getting slaughtered. And Michigan, believe it or not, we mock them for not being able to beat Ohio State or Wisconsin or having trouble with Michigan State. Maryland's not on that level. Haven't been on that level in a long time. So I'll lay. I'll lay a big number here without a doubt, and probably the under here because I think they're trying to tell you it's going to be Michigan maybe not going through the motion, but all right, we got a big win. We're going to get into a big lead here and just let the defense feast and go from there. So I could see them getting out to that 34-0 lead or something like that, and just chugging along, putting another score on. But 18.5, I think it's a little low. I like it. I like Michigan a lot here. I would be a premium play, believe it or not.
Oh, okay, great. So you can find that on picksandparlays.net. So be sure to go there. You can see
I like them a lot. So I'll give it to you right now. Take the Wolverines, baby. We're rolling here, Michigan.
Okay, taking Wolverines.
Amazing
here. And of
gold.
course, Maryland apparently forgetting to recruit any defense. So they're looking pretty bad. Okay, this is a big match. This SEC one here.
Big game here.
Yeah, number 16 Georgia against number 17 the Florida Gators. They should actually change the name to the Florida Pythons because I believe they have a lot more Burmese pythons now than they do alligators in Florida these days. But never mind. Georgia coming off a bye week. The last game was a 21-0 win over Kentucky. Georgia 6-1. Florida 7-1, coming off a 38-27 victory over South Carolina. I think the line says Georgia -6 and the total 48. Is that still right?
Down a little bit. I'm seeing like 4.5 now for this Georgia-Florida game. Did open at 6.5, and then I saw that last week. I'm like, I got to jump on Florida 6.5. I think that's a little disrespectful for Florida. 4.5. I'm still liking the home dog
But
here.
Don't you think in many respects Florida disrespects itself enough over the years? Come on, as a state.
Well, that's a whole different thing between Miami Hurricane football and Orlando Magic letting Shaq and Penny get out of there and Miami Heat.
I'm just reading that, folks. I didn't make that
the
up.
Miami Dolphins. We can go on and on.
Yes, we could indeed. All right, so
nothing bad about Disney World though. Disney World's a good spot. I like that.
Yeah, it's just bloody humid there, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's talk about it. So, what are you taking on this one?
Well, hey, listen. As you said about Florida, they've had problems going back to like when Munchamp was there. The offense, they've always had a good defense. McElwain was supposed to bring an offense. Now, finally, you got Trask in there. Has been looking pretty good. 14 TDs, 4 picks. Georgia's beat them last 2 years. Both teams here off a bye week. What we've seen on Georgia last couple weeks, down 17-10 at home against Kentucky. Fromm hasn't looked that sharp in that game.
Mm-hmm.
They took the loss at South Carolina, and now you're going to go on the road and lay a number of a hungry Florida team. I don't know, man. I'm leaning to the home dog here. I also like, I think maybe the under definitely being played at 47. You got two pretty good defenses. Georgia's a top 10 defense.
Well,
Florida's probably a top 25 unit.
Well, you're saying
it's
that
going to be low scoring, ugly. I think it's going to be an ugly, low scoring game. It's like you saw the Notre Dame game was. I don't even know I don't have the score in front of me. What was that like? 2017, whatever it was, 24-17, like Georgia Notre Dame. So I could see this game playing out the same kind of way between both teams.
Well, the under has cashed in 4 of Georgia's last 5, and that would kind of go with what you're saying about the under there. But the over has cashed in 7 of the Gators' last 9, following a win against the spread. Although that's one of those derivative statistics that you really never quite know.
Nah, that's, people, when you throw things in like that, and that's all, I don't know. I kind of take those with a grain of salt, depending on the scheduling, how things go. You could be playing some garbage team and or SEC, and then you get, the SEC's known to
like
put
USC,
some cupcake in the middle of their schedule. Yeah, USC or UCLA or something like that.
No, USC. All right, listen, we still got a couple of minutes left.
Speaking of the under here, like from here, talk about this guy going number 1 in drafts. He's got 9 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's they're going to try to run the ball, and it's going to be a slugfest. Old school SEC football here.
That should be a great. Should be a great game.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little Major League Baseball if we can. We've just got a couple of minutes. The big story for me was not, in fact, the Houston winning 3 in a row, of course, and doing it in Washington with the president there and everyone yelling, lock him up. The big story was the 2 models that decided to flash Gerrit Cole, and they got banned from baseball for life, which is unfortunate because, quite frankly, they look spectacular.
Well, let's flip that. How about if it was me, you, and Tony flashing? How would that go?
Oh, you'd have to add Count Dracula to the mix. Maybe the 4 of us should flash him.
You flip that around, and we're in jail. It's kind of like as a baby. It's like, oh, the baby's so cute. You got to change its diaper. It's not so funny when it's your 76-year-old dad who needs his diaper changed. It's a whole different picture.
Actually, Craig has asked me as a promotional junket, a promotional stunt, to streak the next World Series game with picks and parlays written on my chest and an arrow pointing down that says "pick this." But I don't think I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't want to be banned from baseball for life.
Yeah, I mean, to get the ban, I mean, whatever. I think there was more. That's just ridiculous.
No, actually, they were promoting. I mean, they were trying to bring attention to breast cancer by showing their breasts, which is logical, I think, and I applaud them for their efforts.
2 of our best friends, we love breasts.
Exactly. All right. Well, God, we're pigs. All right. Well, we're out of time here on this segment. To Sean, thank you very much. By the way, if you like what you hear from Sean, you can find all of his picks at picksandparlays.net. They're free, and of course, he also has his expert picks when you're ready to kick it up a notch. All right, coming up, NBA with LT Gray himself. Be right back after this.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them, but do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family, or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003. Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number, 800-603-0885, 800-603-0885, 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
All right, welcome back to the show. Picks and Parlays on the Sports Byline Broadcast Network. Just a reminder, we're with you each and every weeknight from 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 1 p.m. Pacific, right here on the Sports Byline Broadcast Network. American Forces. We're also streaming live on iHeart and TuneIn and at sportsbyline.com. And, of course, the live video streaming right now on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. If you want to participate on the show, all you have to do is comment on one of those platforms, and our producer, Andrew, will see it and put it up on the screen, and I will read it out, and you can become a part of the show, provided it's not too rude. Rude is okay, but not too rude. We have our limits, folks. We really do. Well, I don't know, maybe we don't. Okay, joining me on the show, as promised, El Tigre himself, Tony Tellez. Tony, loads to get to today. We're going to cover some NBA action, but first of all, how was your weekend?
Weekend was pretty good. I liked my NFL weekend. College I've had better, but of course there's round ball now, NBA in there as well. So a little mix of a lot of sports here to keep an eye on.
And the Egg Bowl, of course, rugby, the Rugby World Cup. I know, people listening to this are saying, why is this idiot talking about the Rugby World Cup? Get onto my NBA. But, it was a shocking thought to think that we were going to have England and South Africa in a repeat of the finals from back in wherever it was, 2007 or something like that, 2006. But incredible results. If you ever follow rugby, it's pretty exciting stuff, but we're talking basketball, not rugby. So let's get to it, shall we? Shall we start with the Grizzlies at the Lakers? The Grizzlies are 1-2. They're 1-2 against the spread, coming off the first win of the season against Brooklyn. The Lakers are 2-1. The Lakers 5-1 against the spread the last 6 games. The total under in 12. They've been under in the 12 of the last 18 for the Lakers, and the Grizzlies gone over 5 in the last 7. So how do you see this one? This is in LA. How do you see this one panning out? And by the way,
okay,
are the Lakers going to start to look really good at some point this season? Because I keep waiting. It's early still, obviously.
Yeah, I think they will. And this game will be played Tuesday, by the way. This is the game that we're talking about here for Tuesday's action. Grizzlies, Lakers. We have the Lakers favorite 11.5. Total sits here at 220.5. And, I'm going to look to play here at the under the total of 220.5, Nick. The Lakers, they play at the second slowest pace in the NBA. 98 possessions per 48 minutes. That makes sense when you're an older team. Remember, 35-year-old LeBron James, 32-year-old Danny Green, 29-year-old Avery Bradley. They get 4 of the top 5 minutes on the court. The other is 26-year-old Anthony Davis, who's battled injury problems in his career. So it makes sense here for the Lakers to play at that very slow pace. And, it's okay when you win, but when you lose, they start to grumble and they want to see showtime again. But, Nick, I think we're in for slow time because of the age of this team.
So you think they're getting a little long in the tooth. Well, they are definitely getting long in the tooth. But, the mark of truly great players is how they switch up their game as they get older and they find other strengths, maybe not the same ones they had when, 5 years ago or 6 years ago. So I guess we'll see how that pans out. But, did you add Dwight Howard into that mix of aging Lakers?
Definitely, yeah. He's getting 20 minutes a game. I got to give him credit. He's got his body in a really good shape, lean muscle, and but he's 34 years old. They look fresh now, but what happens after 20 games, after 30 games? The NBA is a grueling schedule, and when you have a lot of players over 29, you've got to worry about that. But it makes sense now when you look at Vogel as the head coach. When you've got Asian players, you probably need a defensive style. They say defense wins championships. We'll see if that can carry on all the way to the playoffs. And of course, that's what they're banking on. It may not be very flashy, may not be very exciting. And that's what Laker fans have to adjust to when these pace ratings come out and you see the team really slow. This is what's going to keep them fresh and help them survive the rigors of this regular season without any major injury. So there's a lot of sense now for this Vogel hire for the Lakers.
Yeah, actually, interestingly enough, Al Ninos writes to us on YouTube and says that the Lakers will be great again. Will be great if they can just stay healthy, which is the point you just made. And he also said rugby's fantastic, and well, we agree with him on that. All right, so you're going the under 220.5 on this one, right?
Yes, I'm going under a total of 220.5. Head-to-head, these teams have played the under in 4 straight, and I do believe the Lakers will be able to dictate the pace here. The Grizzlies, not an efficient offensive team, 24th in offensive efficiency, averaging just 100 points per 100 possessions. At home, the Lakers played defense well, holding the 41% to Utah, and Charlotte 38% shooting. The one thing with Grizzlies, their highest volume shooter, Jay Crowder, in a slump, just 33% shooting from the field. and their next two highest volume shooters are 20-year-olds in Jay Morant, the rookie, and second-year man Jaren Jackson, who I don't think they'll be at a physical disadvantage here. So issues here with the three highest volume shooters. This game I like going under the total.
All right. Well, we have a big game. By the way, before we get to that, Andrew, I'm going to ask our producer, Andrew, if he found out if we still have that NBA special going on. Did you find that out?
I couldn't find it out.
All right. Well, we're going to, if El Guapo is listening, maybe he'll let us know if that NBA special, I don't want to put it out there if it's not there, but if it is, I'd like to put it out. So maybe he'll let us know. All right. Something special is going to happen between the Warriors when they visit New Orleans. And do you know what that special thing that's going to happen, Tony, is?
What is that?
Someone's going to get a win. Someone's going to get a win on the season. Incredible, right? The Warriors 0-1. They're looking for win number one. Obviously, they lost 141 to 122 to the Clippers in the first game, opening up the new Chase Center. And the Pelicans 0-3. Now listen to this. This is an incredible statistic on this one because I think I know where we're going on the point total on this one. The Pelicans have allowed 130, 123, and 126 points in their last three games. Wow, that's about the total of my bank account over the last 3 weeks, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good there. And, of course, the Warriors are 0-2. They came off a loss last night, so they're on a back-to-back losing to OKC. It was just a terrible first half for the Warriors. You know, Oklahoma City had a lot to play for. What an embarrassing loss for the Thunder, losing their home opener to a lowly Washington.
Unbelievable.
But, you know, that was unbelievable. When you look at the Thunder, people thought they would be a lottery team when Russell Westbrook lost, but there's talent surrounding Chris Paul. What I want to make note here is Golden State, in their two losses, have faced two very good defensive teams in the Clippers and in the Thunder. But, you know, in this situation here, got to worry about New Orleans. Their guard, Drew Holiday, left knee sprain, forced him to miss. He's a questionable in this game. Pelicans, that we talked about, they lose 3 straight after their 7-point loss to Dallas. But, you know, Nick, the Warriors were embarrassed last night. And when professional teams get embarrassed, they usually respond back with a strong effort the next game. And I turned in this pick at -4. We've seen the market move to -5. I like the +5 here with the Warriors. I think this is definitely an overreaction. When you look at the opponents the Warriors have played, they're very good defensive teams, but the Pelicans are not a good defensive team. You just read out those stats.
They've given up 379 points in 3 games by my math, which is not great most of the time, but this time I think I got it right.
Yeah, not at all. And one thing to note here, the two highest volume shooters for the Warriors, and Steph Curry, D'Angelo Russell, they're in shooting slumps to start the season. Both, I think Curry about 39%, Russell 33%. But when you face a bad defensive team, you get out of these slumps.
Yeah.
So I think the Warriors come in with a good shooting performance, and they cover this 5.
Did the line open at New Orleans +3? Is that right?
It opened I saw it open at +3. It moved to 4.5, moved to 5. And it's basically just an overreaction to the way the Warriors have looked, especially that game last night against the Thunder. And, the Thunder started 0-2, and that home loss to Washington wasn't embarrassed for the Thunder because Washington is considered one of the worst teams in the league. And, of course, you bring in Chris Paul, you expect a better showing. It was an embarrassing loss. They didn't shoot the ball very well and held to under 100 points in the first 2 games. So it was kind of like a statement game for the Thunder last night, a better spot for them, bad spot for the Warriors. But I think the Warriors here, in this spot here are the play at +5 because I think they'll find it easier getting shots off against this Pelican defense.
All right, well, there you have it. Warriors at Pelicans. Our third game we're going to cover, Hornets at Clippers. The Hornets are, this is their second day in LA, right?
Yeah, back-to-back.
Yeah, back-to-back in LA. They're 1-1 coming off a 121-99 loss to the Timberwolves. The Clippers 2-1. They lost 130 to 122 to the Suns. Kawhi Leonard, though, is averaging 26 points a game. The Clippers, Charlotte 6-2 in their last 8, and the unders cashed in 4 of the Hornets' last 5 on the road. The Clippers are 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 at home, and the over has cashed in 4 of the Clippers' last 5. I had this as Clippers -15 with the totals at 225.5. Has that moved?
Yeah, we see a little movement here. The Clippers now favored at 15.5, total 225.5. I like this game going over the total of 225.5. I don't want to touch that spread. It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to pat these LA teams at home here, and it's not really good value taking a line like that. And one thing I noticed here, if this game becomes a blowout, I think you'll see there'll be a lack of defensive intensity, and the points will come. Charlotte, a very bad defensive team, allowing 49% shooting. And one thing to note, they're without a defender in Nicholas Batum. He's out. And, of course, this will be the worst defense the Clippers have faced this season, so things will be easier for them. They'll be able to run up and down the court. Of course, Charlotte on a back-to-back in this game. And Charlotte sits the second worst defensive efficiency team in the league. They are allowing, Nick, 118 points per 100 possessions.
What? That's an incredible statistic. 118 points.
And, the Clippers...
possessions, incredible.
Yeah. And the Clippers... And funny about this is the Clippers aren't too far behind at 115 points allowed per 100 possessions, because when they get out into these big leads, they lack the defensive intensity goes out the door. So that's what I'm saying here is, if the Clippers get out to this big lead, everyone's high-fiving on the bench. Doc Rivers is smiling. When they see that, the players tend to lax defensively. And I think the last fourth quarter we can see some points scored because there won't be much defensive intensity in this one at the end.
All right, so what are you taking on this one then?
We're going to go over a total of 225.5 because Charlotte does make 3-pointers. This is why I'm staying away from the spread. I'm staying away from the first half spread at -9 because when I see big lines, I look at the first half. But Charlotte, they make 42% from the 3-point line, and the Clippers are giving up 38% from 3. So I do believe Charlotte will be able to pick up some points here, the necessary numbers here to get this one to go over a total.
All right, so this one's going to be over. All right, that'll wrap up our NBA picks. Now, if you want more, well, guess what? We have more for you. Go to picksandparlays.net. We've got loads of free picks for you. And then when you're ready to just, for that little extra winning, we have our expert picks for you. We've got some great deals out there. I didn't hear on our NBA thing, so I don't want to put it out, get everyone excited.
It goes to the 31st.
Oh, it goes till the 31st. All right, well, hey, then I can put it out there. Thank you, Tony. All right, so we have an NBA specials from now until the end of the playoffs. $5.99 gets you expert picks from one capper from now till the end of the playoffs. But it gets better than that. If you're ready to really go full gusto, full steam ahead, make the big bucks, you can get 2 cappers for $7.99. You definitely want to take advantage of this offer because after apparently the 31st, it's all over and it won't be back. So go to picksandparlays.net and take advantage of it. Right, just a couple of minutes left, Tony. Let's get your take on baseball. Were you surprised that the Astros came back? I mean, 2 down, make it 3 in a row? I was, by the way. I have to say I was.
It's funny because when I was doing the podcast with Joe Duffy on Friday, I had talked to him about this. What are your thoughts about the Nationals, about the Astros winning the next 3? And we had kicked it around thinking it's a possibility because, momentum changes when there are site changes in the playoffs. I remember back in the Giants and Angels when the Giants took a 3-2 lead at home. They come back to Anaheim and the Angels win the next 2 to win the World Series. You see a lot of that. The series, it's almost like starting all over again when teams go back home or they change sites here. And, Astros are a veteran team. It doesn't surprise me one bit that they were able to come back because, this is a very good Houston Astros team. But it wouldn't surprise me again if Washington goes into Houston and wins the next 2, because I like the pitching matchup here for Washington with Strasburg against Verlander. Verlander has not been effective in the postseason. So you're getting plus 160 with Strasburg. I'm going to take the Nationals in game number 6.
It could be the home curse this World Series. Really could be. But it is great. Look, I mean, the baseball season is very long. Everybody knows that. But the way the playoffs are structured through the World Series, it really makes for some exciting competition with some great bets out there. I mean, who'd have thought it was going to go this way? Crazy stuff. All right, well, Tony T, thank you so much. Always appreciate it. Again, you can find more of Tony Tellez's picks at picksandparlays.net. So head over there, give him a visit. In the meantime, I'm going to have to take a break. When I come back, I guess I'm going to wrap it all up for you right here on Picks and Parlays. Be right back after this.
Money Now 100 is not a lender, broker, or agent of any lender or financial advisor. We do not make loans or credit decisions. You must be 18 years or older and a U.S. resident to qualify. This is not an offer or solicitation to lend. I went to moneynow100.com and got the $5,000 I needed deposited in my account the next business day. If you need money for any reason, help is here. Go to moneynow100.com and get the money you need. Need to pay off credit card debt? Go to moneynow100.com. Need your car repaired? Need home improvement money? Visit moneynow100.com. If you need fast cash for any reason, go to moneynow100.com. Good, bad, or no credit at all. Go to moneynow100.com. You could get up to $5,000 as soon as the next business day. Go to moneynow100.com on your phone, tablet, or computer. Type in the address bar moneynow100.com. That's moneynow100.com.
This is an urgent health notice for all residents suffering from back, neck, knee, and wrist pain. You may qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost to you, but the deadline is fast approaching. Simply call the Health Alert Hotline now.
You heard right. You may qualify for a pain-relieving back, neck, knee, or wrist brace. These items may even be covered by Medicare or your private insurance. The Health Alert Hotline is your brace company. These specialized braces have been tested for pain relief. Call us toll-free right now to determine your eligibility and to learn how to use your private insurance or Medicare to minimize your out-of-pocket cost. Don't wait. If the deadline passes, you may lose your opportunity to get a pain-relieving back, neck, knee, or wrist brace at little or no cost to you.
800-430-9571. 800-430-9571. 800-430-9571. That's 800-430-9571.
Attention business owners. Now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for the business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now. So please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
All right, welcome back to the show. Hope you enjoyed it, by the way. We're with you every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific, on the Sports Byline Broadcast Network, American Forces, iHeart, TuneIn, sportsbyline.com, and, of course, streaming live at picksandparlays.net, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. And right after the show, you can find the podcast in case you missed it. You can either see it on YouTube, or if you need to listen to it, you can find it at Believe.com. All right, that's that. In the meantime, I promised you I'd recap all the picks just because we had a lot of them. So let's get right to it. And we started off with Craig and his college football and NFL opening line report. So there aren't really any particular picks on that one. But right after that, we had to Sean Higgs and we picked some college football. So here's what Sean had. West Virginia at Baylor, he took the over 56. Michigan at Maryland, he took Michigan minus 16.5. And the Georgia Bulldogs at the Florida Gators take the under 48. Next up, El Tigre, Tony Tellez. We did some NBA picks for you. Warriors at Pelicans take the Warriors plus 4.5. Hornets at Clippers take the over 225.5. And the Grizzlies at the Lakers take the under 220.5. There you have our picks. And again, if you missed any of those picks or would like some other ones, you can just go to our website, picksandparlays.net. And we've got free picks aplenty for your personal perusal and edification so that you can make some informed bets. If you're going to bet, folks, do it responsibly, but be informed. Get an edge, seriously. Otherwise, you're just a lemming. You're part of the herd. Don't be part of the herd. Lead the herd. Go to picksandparlays.net. All right, that's going to wrap up the show. I will be back with you tomorrow. But in the meantime, if you're just jonesing for more of me, Nick Geber, by the way, Twitter at Nick Geber, you can find me tonight right here on the Sports Byline Broadcast Network at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Also on Sirius XM 211, Dan Patrick Sports. I'll be bringing you Fifth Street Soccer. We're going to be covering all the Premier League action and maybe talking a little FA Cup as well. All right, folks, I'll be back tomorrow. Hope you'll tune in then. Have a great night.